Run the intro one more time or something. All right, now we can try it. What's going on, world? It's your boy at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games BS, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. Go check out AlphaClinicOnline.com. Make sure all your hormones and everything is in balance. Heck, I just went there the other day. I need to get make sure I do a little bit more push-ups, get my testosterone a little flowing. I think I was eating some bad stuff. Estrogen levels raised a little bit, but hey, if you don't know, you can't fight it. So that's what we're trying to do. Encourage everybody in 2024 to be able to go and do their own thing. Man, the clinic on the inside is really great. You can come. You don't have to have hours. But, man, let me tell you about how these people are the salt of the earth. It is a true clinic. It is like everything is like they raise awareness. They do for everything. There's an old black man that came in from like the first commercials that we did. Like we did like a little fake infomercial. He's an old man. He's trying to get his thing right. But at the same time, it was my man crapped on himself, man. Like it wasn't good. I mean, they thought he peed. I'm like, nah, man, that's brown water right there, baby. Like the seat was in the whole seat, and then there was some new people that came in because we've expanded into the Carolinas. And so the guy who's our doctor in Carolina referred some people down there. So their first time coming to the clinic was seeing where the man shat himself. It was an old guy, so I felt bad for him. But like, you guys just kind of like, oh no, it's okay. But really it's not. It's really not okay. Push on the comments real quick. Like just dealing with old people, it's like Martin had a thing on the not you so crazy on the Run Tell That one. He had something where he was talking about how he had no control over his bowels. And he was like, he did it, and the nurse was like, "Oh no, it's okay, Mr." Like the first couple of times, it's like, "Oh no," but like when it keeps going on, man, like you're like, "Hey man, we gotta get this shit under control, bro." Like especially when you're not a nurse, but they were really, really cool about it. I say all that to say is make sure that you guys are going to Alpha Clinic Online. Make sure you're getting your check, getting your levels checked, and all that jazz. All that. Really, one of my favorite words nowadays is rigmarole. Gotta get that good rigmarole. I know we got more than that in the YouTube right now. Y'all ain't that hard. Okay, there we go. All right, a little bit, still too many people on the X, but we'll let you guys check in. Not inside of the world's greatest cigar lounge right now, but my boy Cheese is out there. It says 8 o'clock. Cheese is gonna be there with True Kings, but it could be 8, could be 10. He'll get there eventually, and the food will be good. The food will be good. Before we get into all the other things, check it out. The tailgate is no longer $20. It's $40. It's if you want to know what the tailgate is what the price of the cat is going for in the DR. Apparently, it's a little bit, actually a little overinflated. What it used to go for, it's $40 now. So you can go check out the link. Make sure you go to help support MFTK Foundation, as well as all the different things we got going. If you can't get a ticket inside, just know that you have a ticket to the tailgate. The tailgate's going to be popping. Need you guys to be able to get in there. My man Freddie just hit me up on Thursday or Friday. Freddie hit me up, said, "Hey, we're gonna have the ribs. So we're gonna have ribs popping. We'll see what Matt's talking about. Adrian and whoever else is gonna cook or whatever. We'll see what they're talking about." Nah, he's not gonna be on time. Cheese is never on time. Two things you can't escape. There's 3 things you can't escape: death, taxes, and Cheese being on time. Cheese is never gonna be on time. You can You muted the mic. No. All right, we good. I'm muted. All right, cool. But Till Dog said, as long as I pull some bad, listen, I think they should be. It's always going to be talent. I don't know how much talent's going to be at this tailgate. Considering the construction, this season's going to be very interesting. We got reach goals. So what I may do is do fluid pricing. What up, Rob? Rob probably the only person on X that I'll answer because that's the OG. But I don't know what this tailgate season is going to be like with only 50,000 people in the stadium, man. Also, if you're looking for hotels for the spring game, I still have 2 more available at $250 for the weekend. So it's $250 for the weekend. If you don't after that, I'm not helping nobody else out anymore. Smoked meats. I don't know nobody. I don't know that person. I don't want any man smoked meat. Not just joking. Lucas is referring to barbecue person. If they good, tell them to holler at me, man. My biggest flaw besides women is that I'm loyal. Like if you come and do what you're supposed to do, man, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna put you everywhere I'm supposed to be at. It's 2 things gonna happen. You either gonna do well and everybody gonna know, or you're gonna do bad. And guess what? Everybody gonna know. So like that's all they gotta do is just hit me up. And if they're good, I will make sure that they get a chance to be known by the masses. But what we will have though is some good old moonshine. But my boy Brian, we go check this out. This was me. When I almost died, I had a goal in life. My single goal in life was to be able to get healthy enough to where I could smoke cigars and drink moonshine. And this is what we're gonna do. If you click on that next one, Miles, where it says Brian Seminoles. Oh yeah, right here, me and my boy. Right here, we're gonna have all kinds of moonshine that we're gonna start retweeting and putting the information out on. But man, it's a cup. I don't know. I think I had some blueberry. It was like I think he'll have peach cobbler, he'll have banana pudding flavored moonshine. We'll have a whole bunch of different flavored moonshines for you guys to get involved and partake in. So again, $40. If you're a 3-6 Mafia member or higher on the YouTube, just come on to the tailgate. I haven't dropped that link yet. I will drop that link, the code for my 3-6 Mafia members or higher. And I only know of 2, 3 all-in members. My one didn't tell me if he was coming or not. I know Dave's not coming, but I got Dave hooked up, man. Some of the stuff that y'all send me about the membership stuff is cool as shit, man. So like I always want to make sure I do something for those, who continue to do for me. But like it's gonna be one quick rookie note: do not chew the fruit in the moonshine. All right. Like, I don't want y'all to get too messed up. It's like something about the fruit. It's like you think you're eating fruit for your health, but it just sucks up all the shine and doesn't give you any of the moon. And it's going to leave you messed up. So, on the road to riches, we're trying to get to 6,000 subs. We're slowly but surely getting to that. Sometimes the algorithm bumps us down, but we're about 490 away from 6,000. Once we get to 6,000, we will bump everybody up. We will give you guys what it is that you've been missing, that bread. We'll give you the moolah, $500 to somebody live listening to Big Games BS that's on the YouTube. So right now, a bunch of y'all be listening on X, which is dope, but go ahead and shift over to YouTube if you want to get that bread. But we'll do $500 to a lucky listener. We'll do a $100 giveaway to a member and the amount of likes to a member. So there's 3 cash giveaways. Once we get to 7,000, we'll give away a brick from Dope Campbell Stadium along with 500, but then it'll be a $200 giveaway to members, and then it'll be the number of likes to members. So what I'm telling you is membership is $3.99. Actually, somebody's about to get paid, I believe, $150 for winning March Madness. Like some of the stuff that we do and some of the giveaways we do alone makes the membership worth it. But like the all-in membership, you get to experience whatever sporting events the way I experience it. So if you're a Gator Bowl fan, you would have been able to get some of the best seats, some of the best kind of cool things with the Gator Bowl. If you're a a big FSU fan, you'll get some opportunities to get some sideline access to at least one game. I'll make sure you have some cool seats. If we get to 10,000 subs before the season starts, I will give away a pair of season tickets and a parking pass to a FSU home game or something like that. So every week, I want to make every show. I'd be remiss if I did not tell you guys that this was what was going on and this is what you had the opportunity to be able to get. So hopefully that'll get some of you guys from the X over to the YouTube and paying attention to the show and what all the show has to offer. So, oh yeah, show Trey's game. So this is one of the cool things too I do every Saturday. So I literally left a meeting on West Palm Beach, told them that I couldn't do it. I couldn't be there too long because I had to be back on Saturday so I could coach my son's flag football game. I actually didn't do much coaching. I let them coach it up, and this is what happens. You know, these kids, they know the plays, they know the expectations, they know the standard. People say the kids are lazy. Nope, it's not lazy. As Coach Bowden used to always say, the kids are the same. It's just the adults who have changed, and I didn't change. I put the same expectations. When they drop a pass, they're going to hear something. I'm chewing them out with love, but watch this right here. This is just chip off the old block right here. I don't know if we can play music. No, I don't have music on this, so we good. Hand goes up. And he just, yeah, he just knew. He was like, he's cooked. So it's just like it ain't even a lot of coaching going on. It's just making these kids aware of spacing. So like, hold on, I feel bad for this coach, and I felt one of the kids was like, we need to give our son on your team, and the kid actually wasn't. That girl right there is pretty good, and they had a dreadhead over there. But why? I told Trey, I said, Trey, don't just run your traditional vertical. I need you to stem out. And he just knew once he did that, that kid stopped his feet. It was murder, she wrote. They got a new rule with I-9. The mercy rule now, I can't, it's run only.
Oh, really?
Yeah, once we get to 20, like, I'm like, oh, man, you just took everything from us. So we got this, 2 pick sixes. So we had mercy rule, like, really early in the game. And then, like, what mercy rule means is that it's just running clock. So we'll do that again next week, and then we'll have a big showdown on 420 that I won't be at. But as long as that kid that's throwing Trey's the ball is there, we are good. And we didn't even have one of our better players, Mason, there. Mason is somewhere else. So like, yeah, we finna whoop ass, and like we don't apologize for what we're about to do to people. Their coaches get paid the same damn stipend that I get paid, nothing. So I'm just not going to be out here losing for no money. But yeah, that's my son right there, doing it to somebody's child. You know, pray for that child. That's about all you can do when they see us. So looking on to the next thing. Hold on, let me make sure I'm good. Somebody sending me randomness. Oh yeah, going on down. Check this right here. I want to give him a shout out. So shout out to my guy Robbie Heck Music. He got a new single called Warrior or the War Chant. Came out yesterday. It dropped April 5th. The song is about overcoming in the face of adversity and incorporates the FSU War Chant. It's a tribute to the amazing 2023 undefeated regular season and aims to inspire the Noles into 2024. It premiered last night at 8:30 p.m. Also, they're doing the start of a $200 giveaway. So go check out RobbieHeckMusic.com. That's ROBBYHECK music.com to find out how to enter. It says God bless and go Noles. If you click on the link, is that the whole thing? Yeah, click on a little bit of that. Just click. Yeah, we ain't gonna play the whole 4 minutes. We can click on a little bit of it. Robbie get down with that guitar now.
You control you, right? Everything we got, details, discipline, fundamentals, technique. This is why we train the way that we train. All adversity, it can all show up. Bring it on. Finish It's on 3, 1, 2, 3.
I wonder if they're gonna jam me for these plays.
I'm fearless. Holy Spirit of God, come fill me. I feel it in my
Hey man,
bones.
I like the guitar stuff. I'm not a big rock and roll fan, and I'm definitely not really rock and roll Jesus fan, but like this thing was dope. Like I liked it, all the energy. Yeah, but bottom line is check this. What I need y'all to do. It's 145 people watching this from different platforms. Go to if for nothing else. It's an opportunity to win $200. I know you guys are big ballers and doing all that shit, but you know what? Boom, I'm about to go to Robbie Heck Music right now so I can try to get this damn $200. Make sure it's real.
What do you got to do to get it?
So $200 giveaway rules. To be eligible for the giveaway, you need to do the following. Watch my new single. So that means you just got to click the YouTube link. Then download one or more clips provided in this link. Upload. You know what, Robbie? I'm about to steal your shit verbatim, Robbie. Like, it's really good instructions. Like, check. This is all you got to do. $200. If opportunity win $200. Some of you guys have done less. Watch the new single. So you got to click on his website, Robbie Heck Music, to find it. Click on the new single, Warrior. Download a clip, and then you upload the clip on your Facebook reel, YouTube short, or TikTok, and then give the man a hashtag. On May 5th, the person with the video with the most likes wins $200. Should I cheat? Do you think would I get the most likes if I did this?
I think so. Because a lot of people aren't going to go through the whole process.
The whole rigmarole. To get $200, man. It's less than $200 for less than 5 minutes of work. Okay, I'm gonna go watch me get this $200. I ain't too cool for $200, man. Yeah, Jamal, it's just like that's the only thing. Like I told him, but I wouldn't tell him to change because I wouldn't change for him. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I was gonna say if he could just give me a mix without the squeeze of Jesus in it. But then I thought about it. But then I thought about it. I'm like, no, Robbie, don't you do that, Robbie. You keep that in there. You keep the jams coming. Drop some heat. I've actually been thinking about getting something different. It's what is God? Oh, God damn it. Why is it always got to be where it's always in my face? Keep throwing it in my face.
He would literally be selling out.
Yeah, I don't want you to sell out. Robbie. When I said it the first time, I was like, nah, don't do that, Robbie, because I wouldn't do that for you. So, like, nah, keep it in there. It was fire without it, man. But yeah, we'll figure that out, Robbie. But just support my guy. It's I like Robbie. Robbie's good people, man. Robbie did something for me that that was cool. It's like actually technically you already do it, Miles. But he took one of the shows and put it in it's not Cast Magic. What's the other one? Them little things that create shorts. Like those AI things that create shorts. But I appreciated Robbie for doing it, is what I'm saying. So, but that was my thing for Robbie right there. Y'all go support him. Now, on Thursday, I believe. So that means this had to have happened on Wednesday. And I was watching Pat McAfee show. By the way, really good show. I know Sheena goes on it. I know Sheena goes on Pat McAfee show. Yeah, like religiously. He puts a lot of black people on. It's like the people they want you to hate. You go and you look at them, and those are the main ones like helping people.
Why would you hate the kicker?
Like the kicker is an idiot liquored up kicker. Like, is that who Peyton Manning was talking about when he said that? My idiot liquored up kicker.
I wonder. I gotta do some research.
But Pat is crazy, and Pat's uncouth, and a lot of people don't like him on game day. He reminds me. He's like RG3. If you really just step back and not like pay attention to all the shit, like you really would like him. I think he's good. I think he has a good, and he embraces who he is. Like they misspell words on purpose, like program, and then like they come in the beginning, they pick on people, like basically like, oh my God, you're so offended. Please don't sue us though. Like we did not mean to do this, but
he's not afraid to go at
Nah, he is not afraid. Well, that's what happens when you really
Get that power, baby. That money.
it's called fuck you money.
Yeah.
And there's no amount of money that gives you the true FU money. Like FU money is like you've made enough money and I'm content. I don't need to make a penny more. So now you start living your best life. Like you know they can't touch this amount of money you have because it's so well treated. So you start wilding out, and you get good products that way. That's why I like Pat. But Pat, I was watching it. PK subbing, who I was just like, first I was like, why is this black dude have an opinion on hockey? Who the fuck is this black dude? And then they showed his name and said, oh, now I know. So now I know what when white people do it to us, sometimes I get it. Because I did it to us. But then I had to realize who that black man was. It's like the brothers. I call them the brothers hockey. Because it's like 3 of them, and they've all made a professional team. Like one of them was the starting goalie for the Las Vegas Knights, I believe. Oh, okay. And then, but yeah. So, anyways, they brought him on there. Have you seen this, Moss? All right. So, click on the video. So, I need y'all to see this because I saw it. I thought this was like from a scene out of a movie when I first saw it. It's the Devils versus the Rangers. So apparently what happened was going back a couple weeks ago, one of the Rangers best players took an elbow to a Devils player. And I like the New Jersey Devils, families from New Jersey Drive. Like I came up when the hockey jerseys was like really cool to wear. Even though in Florida at the time it was 1,000 degrees, but we were trying to wear hockey jerseys, polo rugbies, all of those different things. But just play this. I thought this was fake. I've seen hockey fights before. They are amazing. I believe every sport should implement a little bit of what they do with hockey. But you know why you guys probably haven't. Have y'all heard of the text line? YouTube and comments. Tell me if y'all have heard about this fight. Because if you have, because maybe I'm wrong, I ain't gonna lie to you. Last couple of days have been kind of off the planet, but like I do know this: if this was the New York Knickerbockers versus the Brooklyn Nets, right? We would still be having think pieces about it. Like this. Just what about the children? The children don't need to see this kind of thuggery. Just a bunch of thugs. But I'll just push play, and then you'll see what I'm talking about because this was wild. I've seen them do fights, and this is necessary, but this is just craziness.
Gloves off.
Not just one.
Squaring up while skating.
Not just one.
Wild.
Everyone found a partner. Pick your partner, do-sa-do. Everybody's fighting.
Squaring up while gliding is wild.
This is where you got to put the song. Whoa. Whoa, everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kicks were fast as lightning. And in fact, it was a little bit frightening. That song in of itself is so racist. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
They still going. This is the last man in. I mean, the first man in that practice, the last man out type deal. They still. It's so polite. It's like you take a shot and then I take a shot.
It's like I challenge you to a duel. So I'm just saying, like, but again, if this happened in football, like, oh God, again. So this is people always say things with fun, with nothing's funny. Did you hear what 4-5 said the other day?
What?
No. Did you like me when I was president? And then you had things like this, or the black guy when the black guy was president, and like, which one would you rather have? And I'm like, yo, did he really just break it down like that to the why everything got to be about race? Oh, it was hilarious. It's so Trump that it's like it's amazing. But like this is just crazy how they're fighting. So crazy thing is, you know how long? You know when this started? 1 second into the actual match.
This was from before. This is
so they haven't even. This is the first round. This is the first period. They haven't even put. There has not been a lick of hot. The first little bit of the puck being touched because they had to clear the puck. Puck hit the ground. just hits it out the way. I'm coming for you. And I love it. These guys will serve like 3 to 5 minutes or whatever it is, and they'll get right back into the hockey game. So I personally love it. I think violence is a part of sports. I love it when girls get into it. It's the and as my guy as Beeman puts, I always love the prearranged fight where everyone decides, let's get this shit. You know what it was like, Anchorman, when they had the Anchorman fight.
Oh yeah,
and they all Telemundo, like come in. Can't forget News Channel 6. We're on your side. Like just all the different things. Like it's so cute, man. Like, and hockey is like really like that last bat. Like that's just too much. So to be able to skate and to be able to fight and to have the discipline to not use your legs, because you do have a weapon on you. You keep that thing on you. That blade has got to be sharp. It is the second fastest fight in NHL history. So I don't know. I don't know. But everybody fought. That's what makes this one unique, is everybody fought. And that's what I like about that. Because like, what about the one guy who really didn't want to fight? Like he didn't elbow me. He didn't elbow me. He elbowed you. Why should I fight for you? I got traded. I got but not everybody laid down their sticks, put the gloves down, and said, "Hey, let's get after it."
I guess we're doing this too. Then.
ESPN came out recently, and they ranked the top head coaches in college football. Mark Rodgers is going to do his on Wednesday. I'm interested to see what his is. Wow. This list is getting into list Twitter.
I love lists, but they win.
Kirk, this list has a little bit of controversy in it, but like not what you would think. Number one, of course, the guy with 2 recent ones, Kirby Smart. I'm with that. Number 2, Kalen DeBoer, former coach at Washington and now the current coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Not mad at it because he just played in the national championship. Kyle Whittingham that's an interesting one. That's Utah, the Utah Utes, University of Utah. No, I wish it was Utah, or man, if it was Utah University Utes, a triple U. I think it's University of Utah Utes. I don't like that one. He shouldn't be number 3. He shouldn't even be top 5. Like you gotta get to like, come on, man. Like, let's be for real. Like the only people who fear the Utah Utes are the University of Gainesville. Like nobody else is scared of them. Dabo Swinney, I believe, should be 3, considering he's got a couple national championships. At 5 is Michael Norvell, Miguel Blanco. Number 6, Dan Lanning, out of the Blanco tree. 7, Steve Sarkisian, Texas's head coach. Number 8, Lane Kiffin. Number 9, Lance Leopold. That's for those who don't know, I think, is Lance still at UK? I think Lance is still at Kentucky. Yeah, he's still, my bad, University of Kansas, not Kentucky. University of Kansas. And then Ryan Day from Ohio State rounds this thing out. Ryan Day, notable for his recruiting and also literally choking. Like, has anybody ever seen a choke job as bad as Ohio State versus Georgia?
Oh.
I mean, I'm pretty sure where your mind was going, Miles, I'm pretty sure we've seen much more tremendous choke jobs. Oh, you're going in. My bad. You're even going in. Okay, so yours PG. I thought you were in another choke job. I'm about to say, like, listen, we're not trying to make this a yellow show. We're trying to make this a green show here.
Both ideas first.
But Latrell, have you seen Latrell Sprewell coming out saying now they're saying you got to hear all sides
of what
of the story? Like Latrell's like, I wasn't.
You choked him, Latrell.
Like Latrell's like, I ain't just out here choking bitches. Like what did Rick James say on the spell? Like they're just making it seem like I'm over here just stepping on people's couches and stalking my dirt. But yeah, I stepped on them niggas' couches. Like it's wild, man. Like
we all were there. We saw it. It was just obvious. This man's so funny. Oh, I can't wait till the other ugly one gets into the nut puncher really stops playing basketball and just talk shit like that.
Oh, you talking about the ugly one, Draymond?
Yeah, Draymond.
Yeah.
He's gonna be.
Oh, we got my guy Robbie in, man. Robbie, you missed the whole damn intro, Robbie.
we played
this. We did what Mark did. We played the entire song so that you don't get any credit for it. No, I'm just joking. Now we did that. I hope everybody participates in your giveaway, man. I know I am. I'm about to get $200 off of Jesus. I'll never make enough money to go try to get $200 for supporting. Shoot. But nah, we got that going. A bunch of people hating. About, about, this list. Nobody wants to see Mike be successful in anything, man. I hate that for us, man.
So what would you change in the top, let's say 5?
Ryan Day deserves to be ranked higher. Ryan Day's ranked 10th. Ryan Day has played in. Here's the thing. If you played in a college football playoff in recent, you deserve, and it wasn't like a fluke, you deserve to be like Cal. If Kalen was still at University of Washington, he's not making the college football playoff again for a couple of years. But the fact that he's at Alabama, hey, that's solid. I don't know if he's number 2, but it's solid. Kyle Whittingham, get him out of here. Pastrami on the Kaiser, get it out of here. I don't even remember what movie that was from. I know it's from a movie, and I don't even know if that's like nasty if you're not supposed to put pastrami on a Kaiser, but the guy was so offended in the movie. It was one of the fat comics. It's like in the 80s or early 90s. Dan Lanning's where he needs to be at. I don't really know what Lane Kiffin's done besides be mid in the SEC. Like if you're telling me about top 10 offensive minds, hell yeah. Not sure. Lance Leopold, I'll give you that. That's the you got to give somebody the Lifetime Achievement Award for like doing something like that's like Kansas. Come on, man. Come the fuck on. Kansas ain't like I think they've been good in football once. It sounds like he keeps like a machete in his pants or something like that. Sark deserves to be top 10 right now. He's got Texas being kind of exciting, but like, yeah, that's enough coaches. The only 2 coaches, no, Buddy from Louisville, maybe take on get Kyle Whittingham the fuck out of here. If we can do anything, Kyle, get the fuck out. Nobody invited you. Who invited Kyle? Who's always bringing Kyle? He's always putting his hands all in the M&Ms and then wash his hands, man. Like, come on, get him out of here. Lane, get Lane out of here. Bring in Louisville's coach because he, again, first year got Louisville into the ACC championship. That was crazy. That was mad crazy. I wasn't even expecting it. Even though I did tell people they were my dark horse ACC champ, I still was saying that a little bit more out of love. Trying to think. No, I don't like the dude from Key and Peele that coaches at Penn State. He's mid too. So that gives me, so there's nobody else in the Big Ten that I respect. SEC, the old man is gone. Kirby's there. I don't like the Baton Rouge Ferry. Pac-12 doesn't exist anymore. No, they got it right. All right, man. I like it. Okay. Outside, get Kyle and Lane out of there. Maybe drop Leopold to 10, bring Ryan Day up top 5. Yeah. Yeah. That's outside of that, man. Like, I mean, if Lane might get higher in my book if Lane just does what I need him to do right before, like just take their heart away before they play us. And then I want to scorched earth on the rest of the school. Did y'all know that right now, currently, Florida State is boasting? I think we talked about it on the show, boasting potentially 11 draft picks. Do not think that we're getting 11 kids drafted, but that would be crazy if we did. Just for those who know, Florida State had a scrimmage. No, I was not at the scrimmage today. I had to coach my own kids. I was doing my own shit, my own thug dizzle. But apparently, everything that I've told you guys that I saw, guess who's co-signing it? Mike Norvell. Ball, no ball. And just all that other shit is extra clickbait stuff. I'm not going to give you more just so you feel good. But if you haven't been paying attention, I've told you about 2 wide receivers that were really, really good. Malik Benson, Hakeem Williams. Guess who Mike Norvell said had a good day today? Malik Benson, Hakeem Williams. DJU, the offense looks much better with DJU. Marvin Jones Jr. does some things that are really, really good. Jalen Lucas does stuff good. I don't have to watch a practice, and I can tell you who's going to be doing good at practice. You know why? Game recognized game. Like, all that extra shit, the typing, and like, this is War Chant. They got as many views as probably necessary and need be. Like, I'm not doing this shit every day. Because you want to know what? You know what they don't have? Access to the scrimmage. You'll have access to the scrimmage by tomorrow morning because they'll be putting up the highlights. And I'm going to tell you who's going. You know what? They're going to have a scrimmage next week. You want me to tell you who's going to look good in the scrimmage next week? Azariah Thomas is going to look good at corner. Shaheem Brown's going to make some plays. Conrad Hussey is going to develop more. That damn number 6 is a damn number 6. Keem is good. Megamond's going to make plays. Roydell Brown is good. I'm just saying it's the same shit over and over again because it's not complicated. The offense is called made for playmakers. Basically, that's it. Actually, matter of fact, here's what we're going to do. The new controversy is going to be damn Josh Farmer's brothers over here video. Play this. This is what's funny to me. There's nothing wrong with Josh. Greg is dope. Josh Farmer's brothers are amazing. But media can't have any access. They tell you, if I pull out my phone and if I'm taking a picture of me and Trey like I did last 2 Thursdays ago, hey, you can't take pictures of practice. Bitch, if you don't leave me alone, if you don't leave me the fuck alone. They do the same thing at Jags practices. Media cannot have video. Media cannot do play-by-play detail of what's going on. You know who can, though? The people in the goddamn stands. It's a lot more of them than it is of media. You know what they're going to do every time? Hashtag Jags. Even though Greg didn't do anything bad. Like, this is just a warm-up. So, but, like, it's still cool. Look how good the guys look. And look at how the state. That's, man.
Beautiful Saturday, man.
There.
Good day for some football. Yes, sir.
I mean, Pat Payton, all of them looking big, man. Who's wearing 5 now? Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Holy shit. Is that Farmer? Oh. Is that Joshua? That's Joshua Farmer right there at 5.
Wow.
Looking big, man. The pillow helmets are so funny. Don't do absolutely nothing for your concussions. I don't know, man. Maybe one day somebody will share it with me, and then we'll all know the point together.
Yeah, because we're not going to do it in a regular game, though.
Yeah, because you definitely the only thing I can try to give you is boxers with the headpiece. For those who didn't realize, this past week was a special day with ACC in court. Some people have taken this and just this is why Florida State shouldn't have done it. And again, people will say, I hate when people say it's a bunch of people with social media law degrees and things of this nature, but it's really not. It's called this thing called common sense, being able in reading comprehension, which I realize that every day that most people did not pass the FCAT, which is, I don't know what they have in other states, but in the state of Florida, our standardized test was called the FCAT. And you needed to pass this to be able to be suitable to be able to learn more. And I can tell every day that a lot of people did not pass these tests in these classes because some of y'all might have been in the room that did not rotate and that they made you eat lunch in that same room. So it's a little scary that you guys are now making decisions and getting able to linger and mix with the rest of us, us people who have other parts. But North Carolina courts did not stay or throw out the case in North Carolina. What they did was, and then I'll read the ACC's official statement. We are pleased with today's decision, which confirms North Carolina courts are the proper place to enforce the ACC's agreements and bylaws. We remain committed to acting in the best interest of the league's members and will see the process through to protect and advance the ACC. Now, that would make it seem like they won a slam dunk. They won a bunch of different things. That they actually did not win. All that happened is that the North Carolina courts basically said that we're going to listen to this case here. They still got to have it in the state of Florida, and you're still suing a school that is bound by state of Florida law. So discovery, that means we're on to discovery, which I'm cool for it. Stephen Brown, I'm really interested in the first rule. He said he's got to send me the first rule. So I'm just going to go and read a lawyer because a lot of people will be like, you're not a lawyer. Well, Doug Rohan is. FSU wins 1 point in North Carolina's suit against the ACC. Judge Bledsoe concludes that even if all the facts alleged were correct by the ACC, they could not possibly meet their burden to show that Florida State owed any fiduciary duty to the conference. This claim of breach is dismissed with prejudice, meaning the ACC can't come back and tweak the allegations. He doesn't want to hear anything more about the matter. So basically, what the ACC did by going to North Carolina court was saying that Florida State basically messed up the ACC, and they owe the ACC the opportunity to not do this, because we owe them a fiduciary responsibility as opposed to inverse. The actual, which is wild, right? Oh, wow. Because the FAC alleges that the ACC is an unincorporated nonprofit association under the law, the ACC cannot establish the existence of de jure basically the existence of Florida State having fiduciary relationship with FSU under a joint venture theory. Nor has the ACC alleged sufficient facts to establish either the existence of a de facto fiduciary relationship or a contractual imposition of fiduciary duties under the ACC Constitution and bylaws. Thus, dismissal of this claim pursuant with the rules because the complaint discloses some fact that necessarily defeats the plaintiff's claim, and the complaint on its face reveals the absence of facts sufficient to make a good claim. They've dismissed that. And they've dismissed a bunch of other different things.
So what were they happy about?
That they get to have a court case in North Carolina. So what happened was they thought he who shoots first is able to, basically they won the coin toss, actually, as Grace says in here, but they didn't really win that. They just won the coin toss to be able to stay in North Carolina, and Florida State's probably going to win theirs to stay in the state of Florida. And the problem is they've said two different things, talked out of both sides of their mouth. And now that South Carolina judge is going to probably want to have Clemson's lawsuit in South Carolina. All they've done was say, we are willing to engage in war on multiple fronts, which if you're a history major, it almost never works. Unless you Genghis Khan. That's probably the only person that I've seen it actually work for. And the craziest part about all of this is I always tell people, what did FSU stand to lose? Like either you're going to be in the conference at 2036 or we're going to be out of this bitch. But either way, we know there is a deadline. And we do not want to be here any longer than what we are. So we have that. I forgot. Okay, go to one more thing. Interesting, but not too late on the notes, Miles. So keeping with the Florida State theme, have y'all seen the Andrea Edelson? Her article that she did on Florida State. I think it's very interesting. It came out, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday. And she just goes down. She's like, I went to Tallahassee a few weeks ago for the start of spring practice with one simple question. How is Florida State turning the page after the way last season ended? You bitch. Before I say, I want to say my jokes before I say how much I like the article, but it's about timing. And this is what I said on Mark Rogers. Wouldn't this be this article should, instead of February 2nd, 2024, this article probably should have been written. Let's go back. Probably couldn't have been written December. Yeah, couldn't have been written. Should have been written December 4th, 2023. Had this been written in 2023, after, it might have actually made it seem like ESPN had some empathy in the situation that was going on, as opposed to locking in and Kirk Herbstreit still feeling the need to defend. Pat McAfee rubbing salt in the wound. Like, did you hear the thing? Pat McAfee goes on and says, like, did you hear about what they said? Kirk, the audio that my Florida State insider said he had of Kirk. He said he has insider of Kirk saying, if you guys let Florida State in, I am going to leave ESPN. Like, he's like, that's what the Florida State is. I'm like, come on, man. You don't have to be a dick. I said, you don't have to be a dick. And he's like, that it's gonna, they have to get extra security. Now, this part I do believe. Y'all keep fucking around, man. We got some cats that might make life rough for Kirk over in Dublin. So they better have game day inside the stadium, man. I'm here to tell you, I'm not even gonna hold you, man. But she asked the question, and it was a good question to ask. And she gets down, and it was a whole gut punch. The wild thing was, I saw Ron Dugans. He was recruiting because we were still playing. That was the week after they played that ACC championship game. So I remember we beat Monarch, and I literally drove all the way to Jacksonville, hopped in, and flew out. No, actually, Luke puts not a no, Luke. I think maybe it will be a great bust in this one, Luke. This isn't like the other stuff where people go looking for trouble with a bunch of people that they actually would like because they want to play. They want to cosplay gangbangers. It's a difference. Like, people are actually really upset with Kirk, and they actually did have to increase security with all of this stuff because there was an actual, like, so when people say standing on business, right? We talked about the especially abled Miami fan. You can't stand on business when no business has been conducted with you. There's nothing to stand on. It's all in theory. It's like, I think I'm supposed to hate these people that I don't like. Nah, Kirk got to stand on business because Kirk made a decision and he keeps rehashing it. If Kirk would just shut up, he'd be fine. That was my whole point. But this is the text message that Mike sent. And he felt guilty because a job had to be done. And he says, I'm so very grateful for you, and I'll never take one day for granted. But today we can stand up, stand tall, and go get better. A lot of ways to deal with adversity. You can stop, turn around, crawl under it, or try to avoid it. Keep your eyes up and climb over it. I love you guys more than ever now. Do not let this world keep you from your potential because they are not in control of our best, one day at a time. And man, boy, when I went back and I saw, like, the one thing at the combine, man, and the one thing that more and more people are saying after they see how special this class of guys going, hey, maybe I did get robbed. And I'm like, don't say that now, man. That stinks. Yeah. My bad. Got some business. Hate when people like you text somebody like 5 hours ago and then they hit you up. But no, that was just showing like how Mike is introspective. But again, article too little too late. We hate ESPN. That's it. That's all it said. Nothing more to it. Nothing more to it. Oh, by the way, Miles, what you doing at 1 o'clock tomorrow?
I should be free.
All right, we got to come down. We got to go to the lounge. We got a special Dope Boys. It's an actual in-person interview.
Okay.
So we got Tony. Supposedly, yeah, you know how this stuff goes. But me and Tony Carter are supposed to be linking up for all my FSU fans. If you like that, we will be having a live Dope Boys. Chop it up with Tony Carter. We're gonna have a good interview. It's gonna be as close to Club Shay Shay as you've ever seen. Because we'll be at the lounge. We're going to pour up a bottle. We're gonna drink like you're supposed to do on Sundays. But Kirk is Kirk a whole bitch. No, wait a minute. I learned a new term. Damn, hold up. Damn it. Hold on. Let me see if they'll respond. What was the name of that thing? I learned that white people sometimes have some of the best terminology.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, like I figure it's like it was dope.
How so you know what a gooch is?
Nah, it's like Gooch, but it's not. It's like a slum. Nah, I can't wait till I figure out the name of it. But it was awesome. It was just like, and then when you go to Urban Dictionary to read what it actually means, and yeah, it's cool. Somebody asked if we did a spring preview, guys. I have done so much Florida State content that y'all should just go look at the old shit. This is Big Games BS, where we talk about Florida State, but that's not what this show is about. Future of college, but anyways, I thought that was a good article. Future of college athletics. Well, a lot of the reason why Luke put some good, we don't even know where the refs. You know why you don't know where the refs stay? Because you do remember Maurice Claret going and snatching the ball from Sean Taylor. There were actual plays to be made that it should have never come down to that last play. Should have never came down to overtime. Like, again, nothing was stolen from Miami. You lost the game, and it sucked because of that call, and that wasn't the proper call. But you still were in the game. You still had the chance to win. Florida State didn't even get a chance to get their ass whooped. Mo Claret winning that bit. To this day, I still don't know where, because Sean Taylor is a G. Still don't know how the fuck he took that ball from him. Like, it should have been shoot. There's a play with Chris Ricks doing an interception. I'm running my ass to the sideline. I'm not even pretending to try to make the tackle. I didn't throw the interception. Why should I have to make the tackle? That motherfucker did it. You go make the tackle. Because I know what happens when you throw the interception. Our defense does the same thing. They line up everybody. They line everybody up, and they are literally trying to decapitate people. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Now, that's true. Listen, man. Karma. You're right. He went to jail again, too. Like, Maurice Claret how does he still have a gig? Like, I mean, he wasn't really. He's as good as the running back from Michigan is right now.
You think so?
When you go back and look at the stats, like, they went back and they looked at the Michigan running back, all his touchdowns. And, like, I don't think he has one touchdown over 30 yards. I said, that mother a fullback like me. I said, that's what he is. He's a short yarded, he's a keep the chains moving guy. Right. And Maurice Claret had over 1,000-yard rushing, but it wasn't like he had any 100-yard games over a team that matters. Like, all the good games came from sorry teams. But you want to know something? Wow, this could make Florida State fans get over it. This year, they have a 12-team playoff. So we know if we win the ACC, we get an opportunity to play. We may not get the bye week, but we get an opportunity to play. More than likely, you should get the bye week. But there's a new model being pitched. A group of sports execs and college presidents is proposing a football super league of 80 schools to pay players, collectively bargain, and increase revenue. The current model for college athletics is dead. It's written by The Athletic. One thing I don't like about The Athletic is they want you to pay for their shit. I didn't know. Write the article like normal people. Like the current CST, that's the college sports tomorrow. The model for the college sports tomorrow is the name of the model. The current CST outline will create a system that would have the top 70 programs, all members of the five former major conferences, excuse me, plus Notre Dame, SMU as permanent members and encompass all 130 plus FBS universities. The perpetual members would be in 7 10-team divisions, joined by an 8th division of teams that would be promoted from the second tier. So almost like a soccer model is what it seems like they're trying to encourage. And really, that's the only way to clean it up. The only way to clean it up is if you do have it like a collective bargaining agreement. And the crazy part is every school basically has the functions of a union. It's called SAC, Student Athlete Advisory Council. Each sport has 2 members from that are in the SAC. That's wow. Actually, now I just thought about that. Pause. But they go on and they vote on a bunch of different things, whether it be did your coaches do the 20-hour rule effectively? Do we want to have this happen for sports? Do we want to have that happen for sports? You could basically just have the members of the football SAC come in, and this is what we're doing. Really get rid of Title IX. Not get rid of Title IX in totality, but don't have football count for Title IX in terms of scholarships. Let the university provide other aspects. But it's I don't know how they'll do it. I don't know if they'll make it regional. I don't know if they'll make it more like the NFL. Really, the Power 2 makes it like more like the NFL. You have the Big Ten and the SEC. It's no different than the AFC, the NFC, and then you pick your champions go on to have a bye week, and then you try to have somebody else have a bye week. Then everybody else is fighting for the amount of spots. So the Big Ten has a certain amount of spots, SEC has a certain amount of spots. Then everybody else plays for whatever the fuck championship they want to call it. But it's not that one. It's the schools where the sport means something and the schools where it doesn't mean anything. And that's what we got to get behind. Like, there are people who really want to play ball. There are people who want to spend money. There are people who don't want to spend money. UConn is not the same as the University of Florida. All jokes aside, they're not the same. Miami is not the same. I don't even say, even though they lost to Georgia Tech, Miami's not the same as Georgia Tech. I don't know what to tell everybody else, but here's the next thing that's going. Schools will soon be permitted to facilitate NIL deals for athletes by contracting with third parties, such as multimedia rights holders and collectives, according to revised legislation before the D1 Council this month. In-house NIL inches closer to a reality. Like, again, just let the schools be able to go. See, now when you do this, you can actually create salary caps. You can go and say all schools in the NCAA cannot raise more than $5 million towards NILs, right? That's kind of cool. Now you keep a little bit more of a lock on it. Now you can have more oversight. Now, because really the collectives are doing all the work for the athletes. Most of these athletes don't have agents netting them multi-million-dollar deals because most of them don't really have the name brand recognition like that. And that's just the truth. They should be able to make as much money as they want to. But I also think if you want to have some semblance of control, this is the way that you must do it. In order to gain control, you got to lose a little bit of control. I thought I was getting lit up by that 707 shit. You know, people love 707. Nah, it's only like 2 comments, but it got a lot of views. I probably won't be invited to any 707 seminars anytime soon, though. But fuck those weirdos with magic stick. But yeah. So the money's coming to the NCAA. One day, the market always corrects itself. I know people don't like to hear that. People want to do whatever they feel is best for them, but you know, change gonna come one day. I guess I don't know what else to say. I know people like me don't fear it. I absolutely love these young men making as much money as they can, and women, because let's be real, NIL is the only reason any of us are watching basketball. Like, I know y'all ain't watching women's basketball because of the skill level. I'm only watching it because, I mean, some of them are pretty. Like Caitlin Clark. I don't want to get canceled.
Yes, you do not.
Caitlin's a hell of a hooper. I think Caitlin's getting way too much hate from the old heads. I think it's okay to say she's like, was Larry Bird not one of the greatest NCAA basketball players because he lost the Magic in the championship? No, he was still good. But can we stop trying to make like my bloods, my conservative friends? You don't have to like the sexy llama and Angel Reese, right? I happen to think she's nice. Flau'jae is adorable. Haley Van Lith could get it. But can we stop pretending like Caitlin Clark is pretty?
Oh my goodness.
The girl looks like she's a Manning. And we all know the Mannings are hideous. Like, let's be for real. Like, you know, somebody loves them, but like, come on, dog. Caitlin's not cute. Caitlin can hoop. Caitlin might be able to put. Caitlin is an Iowa 7. So that tells us everything we need to know.
No reels would be made of this.
Like, a 7 might be me reaching. You know,
This is so dangerous. Caitlin's so protected right now.
I mean, she can hoop. All the ugly one, man. I used to say that all the time, man. Like, I've seen some teams look y'all are entirely too pretty to be serious about this. Where's the stud? It's got to be one there. You can't have that. That's the difference between LSU and Iowa, was that Iowa had less pretty women, except for 45. I don't know if can you find the handshake? If it's on the other, like the women, it's somewhere on there, but 45 for Iowa. I don't even know what she looks like in the front. I don't know if she's cute. I know this. She got some yams. She's a Yamazon. I don't know. She could be ugly as sin, but I can tell you this: we all love to watch her go. Now, Caitlin ain't nothing good coming or going except for the fact that she can shoot a 3. That's the only thing that Caitlin got for us. But yeah, I think that's skip ahead because I was just before we get into that, because you know what? This is how I know Caitlin's below mid. Because Tiger hasn't tried. There's Caitlin Clarks out there, and Tiger hasn't even tried. But this is the old man that I don't want to be. And he's still trying to capture this thing that he lost. I believe was it in 2009? When did Tiger get hit by the club? And this is why I always tell men too. Women always say they don't want misogyny, right?
Oh, why was I thinking of the rapper?
Elon?
Tiger.
Oh no, not Tiger. So in 2009 on Thanksgiving, I remember where I was at. So it was an actual very good Thanksgiving. Very, very delicious Thanksgiving that day as well. Just hanging out, kick my feet up. And I see the news. And Elon Woods has hit Tiger Woods with a 9-iron. And that's when everything fucked up. Then I learned why Tiger was so good. He was out there banging Perkins waitresses. You know how a billionaire, the idea of eating at Perkins should make his stomach vomit a little bit. Shout out to Robbie Heck for gifted 5 memberships as well. But the fact that he was going around banging Perkins waitresses, it's like yeah, but worse. Hey, so you know what? Okay. Not but worse. So Cracker, yes. Well, Perkins has more. Cracker Barrel is white Perkins. So Perkins and Morrison's, for those, correct me up, I'm not listening because I could be completely off a little bit. Okay. But like Perkins and Morrison's was on Sundays, right? When you would go to church sometimes, and Mama didn't feel like cooking, so she would go to Perkins or Piccadilly's, Perkins, or Morrison's, and these would be like you can go get the good Southern meal, like a bunch of them. You can go get some you get some what do you call that shit? Not potloaf, meatloaf with some other shit. Like you can get it's like, but it's but it's like different. But where the difference is, Cracker Barrel is giving you the cracker experience. Now, before you guys get on, no, hold on, like that's Miles, dead serious. So people are going to get an education experience right here. Can you Google what the term cracker actually means?
Tasty treat.
Not saltine either, man. Like just it's a reason why that's like, because again, I want you people to be. I know what if you use it against somebody what it means, but with the way I'm using it doesn't mean it that way. There is no other way to use the other expletive, the other racial slur, unless you're trying to drop a bomb. Cracker Barrel is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and cracker was a term for poor Southern white living. That was the cracker living. And that's what you're getting. It's basically like a convenience store in the old South, in the days like when America was great again, or some shit like that. There's a place called Crackers. There's multiple places called Crackers here in Jacksonville. There's a bar on the west side called Crackers. There's a place that I used to love to go. It's a dude. It's called the Art of Cracker Cooking, and he literally just brings in a whole bunch of seafood and he cooks it all that day. And it's, so I've been saying that's literally, Robbie, I'm gonna blow your mind. 90% of the people watching here right now, if you have a hard time, you don't like that cracker term. Do you know what Florida State was almost called?
No.
Florida State Crackers.
Yeah, you would have been a hurricane.
But you're right. I kid you not. On the finalist list of votes, Cracker. There's a restaurant, Florida Cracker Kitchen. They do not make saltines or grams, but they do have some really good food.
Someone gonna edit you up like Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
As soon as we make it, all this Caitlin.
Yep. I'm gonna be like
young journalist.
You know, I love crackers. I love mid sell. Mid gonna always sell. So like I don't even know why people acting like that. Like Perkins. My point in all of this was when Tiger was banging mid, as much as he could, we had the world's greatest golfer. But so many times in America, when a man messes up, we don't think about everyone. Fuck his family.
Gee.
We don't care about. Elin was a nanny. She was a nanny when she met Tiger. She's worth $500 million right now. Now she's with another billionaire that she's got some more kids with. But what I'm saying is, man, don't act like your life didn't get better now. We lost a good golfer, man. Robbie, I would have loved that. Yeah. I would have played with Florida State on the video game. Matter of fact, you know what? Don't join the Den Media Group NCAA video game league. If you don't want Florida State's, if you don't want to see Florida State's logo changed, I'm changing it back to what it almost was.
Everything is gonna change once we get 100,000 subscribers.
Think about the cracker chant instead of the war chant. Imagine what it would sound like. Hey, I'm not against the Perkins. I'm trying to get Tiger to go. So I say all this to say is, can you click on this so people don't know where I'm at? Tiger says he's abstaining from sex until after the Masters. I just think Tiger's going about this the wrong way. Tiger went from like being the villain. Like, look at him. Who is going to be scared to do anything against that guy? This guy used to have what everybody says Michael Jordan was. He actually was. They were terrified of Tiger. Nobody wanted to see Tiger on a Sunday. Except for Perkins waitresses. But no golfer wanted to see Tiger on a Sunday, man. When he put I think it was 2009 was the first time. Like in Jacksonville, we have TPC. So I got some good tickets. And I said, you know what, man? I'm finna follow Tiger. Me and my boy Dante, we follow Tiger. I seen Tiger had the red Sunday sweatshirt on. And hey, man, Tiger Jack. Tiger was Diesel out there looking sexy. I can see why the Perkins waitresses were wild over him. But like now, he gets hit with a 9-iron, and what he feels like he needs to do, well, you know, they say I cuss too much. I'm not going to cuss anymore. I'm not going to bang Perkins waitresses anymore. I'm going to be more humble. I'm going to be this. And your play didn't just drop a little, it went all the way down. You went from being unapologetically you to being a shell of who you were. You're not the Tiger that we used to know. Tiger that we used to know would be more like the Tiger that was good was more like John Daly than he wants to admit. He didn't smoke cigarettes and drink beers. But by golly, he was banging somebody. He was banging some women every 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 every night. He was going round after round. He was doing sleeping pills and blow. We need that Tiger back in our life, man. Listen, man. This is what I need him to say. Not celibacy. He's practicing celibate. Tiger Woods is going to be celibate until after you celibate? I might buy a bit. Like, that's what I need Tiger to say. You celibate? I might buy a bit. All this is craziness, man. I need him to go back to being who he was. Because this right here is not working. It's not working. I need the old Tiger. You know who's unapologetically who she is, and it's dry. And people don't know what to do right now. Dawn Staley. Love it. I just need her to go ahead and just nip this Caitlin Clark shit in the butt. I'm so happy. I'm so happy NC State lost. Got nothing to do with DJ Burns. See again, what you see what the men get? The men get a bunch of highly functioning, elite female talent. Some of which are pretty, some of which are ugly. And the men, we get a fat guy in DJ Burns that looks like he should be playing left tackle. And he falls in love, and they try to give us the lovable loser, like Cinderella story, not no winning shit, just him. But Dawn, in the situation that she's in, we know she's a part of the community. Somebody asked her this question, and she's just like, the fuck this got to do with me? But like, let's listen to her and her wisdom, and people mad at her for not saying enough, and then people are mad at her for saying anything.
Dan, she's drinking the right cup. Coach, you just talked about, what a massive weekend this is, obviously, for women's basketball, women's sports in general. One of the major issues facing women's sports right now is the discussion topic about the inclusion of transgender athletes, biological males, in women's sports. I was wondering if you would tell me your position on that issue.
Watch this.
Yeah.
Damn, you got deep on me, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm under the opinion of if you're a woman, you should play. If you consider yourself a woman and you want to play sports or vice versa, you should be able to play. That's my opinion. You want me to go deeper?
Do you think transgender women should be able to participate?
That's your question. You want
basketball?
Me to ask? I mean, you want to ask, so I'll give you that. Yes. So now the barnstorm of people are going to flood my timeline and be a distraction to me on one of the biggest days of our game, and I'm okay with that. I really am.
Oh man,
God,
damn,
she's a G. She's perfect.
Would have been perfect. Was like, hey man, bitch, what you asking me? That's what she wanted to say.
She's like, why are you doing me like this?
But the person who asked the question, and I don't want to have no problems with Outkick. Outkick is dope, but Outkick has a lot of conservative values in it. So like the question was aimed for a specific purpose to be written to get a specific type of reaction out of it. But the crazy part is my always question is, why do you care? Like as a heterosexual male, I see so many men posing as heterosexual men asking these questions. And what I'm starting to wonder is, because this is what's crazy, because the owner of Outkick actually was making a statement that he could pay a high school boys state championship team to beat a Division I women's basketball team a year ago. So like, I wonder if it's like, because for example, my boys are pretty good athletes. They'll have some pride, right? Might not make it to the NFL. Who knows? Who cares? But I guarantee you, them not making it isn't going to say, you know what? Let me go play with the girls.
Right.
I don't know how many, have they done these polls? How many men are just sitting around saying, I want to be Joanna Man? Like, for me to care to even discuss it. The reason I'm discussing is because somebody decided they wanted to ask her that question right before she plays, while she's game planning for the national championship. Is this how bad y'all want Caitlyn to win? Are y'all that diabolical?
Where are you going with this?
They Outkick had to say, we gotta
protect Caitlyn for you guys.
We know. Well, one, just for again, I know you can't predict things like this, but UConn played South Carolina earlier this year.
Right.
South Carolina beat the fuck out of UConn. Like the absolute fuck out of UConn. A team that has 6 players on it right now. I mean, no, my bad. They might have 8. They don't have a full roster. That Caitlin Clark had to have a controversial call to win. So if I beat the hell out of the team that had more players when I beat them, and you could barely beat them with 8 players, when you come over here, what do you think is going to happen to me? And then I already called Jason Fatlock, said nobody want to see that goon basketball. So you know this. Now, what's funny is people are asking her opinion about transmissions playing basketball. Like she doesn't have her girls play against boys every day. They actually have a thing where they scholarship like 5 or 6 male athletes, and their sole purpose is to be the opposing team so they're in the women's Final Four with them right now. If they win the Natty, those boys get rings.
Hey, equality.
So what's funny is like, cause she could have easily just said, well, I don't, you can get you 5 transmissions if you want to. We're gonna whoop their ass too. That's really what she was saying in all of this, because she was saying a lot without saying a lot. Yeah. Like the first thing, how do you feel about guys that want to play?
She sensed the trap.
And then she was like, all right. It's like, because she's part of the community. She's at least an L.
Yeah. But then there's also how many people know personally?
None.
Exactly.
None
so
of them.
It's not fair.
Very few.
Everybody is qualified to answer these questions. I'll just be like, yo, For me personally, I don't know.
Like, how many do you just see right now? Well, that's my question. So it's just like when I see somebody from Iowa having a strong opinion on a black person. When the when the map says most black people live in the southeast, like there was a pic. The map shows basically when you look at the map, you can predict where all the good basketball teams and football teams are on the map too, because that's where all the black people are at. So, like somebody in North Dakota having such a strong opinion on transmission, how many are up there? Like, what do they do to you? Like, I'm curious. Like, have they? Because I've been hearing them talk about this bathroom stuff all the time, and I'm like, I go to the bathroom. I travel very regularly. I've yet to see a transmission in the bathroom with me. I'd be a little bit more intimidated by seeing a woman in the skirt at the urinal with me. That person just wants to go sit down like everybody else. And what's crazy is I always joke about this is that every time they tell me that the transmissions are being the chomos in the bathroom, like with your girls, then but I only see the pastors, or I only see some dude who looks like the person who asked Don the question that looks like the person that's doing all the stuff with the little boys and the girls. Like, but yet there's no more, we won't go out and make rules against this. But again, in the spirit of all of the questions that you could have chosen to ask Coach Staley, you could have asked a great question about Caitlin Clark. You could have asked about, Coach, you've played UConn and you've seen what Paige does. How does her game similar to Caitlin Clark, and what would you guys possibly do to make this happen? There's so many things you could have asked, but you decided to ask her a question, basically what it sounds. I'm gonna call it what it is. The people who have a problem and keep asking these questions, it sounds like you're testing the waters for yourself. Like, well, do you think I would have a chance to play on your team, Coach Staley, if I just put on a wig and some makeup? No, you wouldn't. You'd be what is it? You'd be in guard, bench tackle, guard the bench and tackle anybody that gets close to the water cooler. That's what you would be. Like, and that's just the craziness of it, and they'll pay. It's just like, did you hear about LSU? Like, this is the funniest part. People just wake up every day wanting to be mad about something. I don't know how you do that, but they said that the LSU team boycotted the national anthem when nobody realized that they have a script and that they always are in the locker room when the national anthem is played. Like, this wasn't the first game, but they just said, mind you, there's not a person that was more MAGA than LSU's head basketball coach. Like, that should be the team that everybody wants to win.
That is so true.
She loves 4-5, and she's got a bunch of chocolate princesses running around doing her bidding. Like, y'all should be like, that should be the Make America Great team. More than Iowa. We don't know what Caitlin Clark's coach believes. But I digress. But it's just a bunch of other stuff. If you go to the last email, but like, what up, Chris? That's it. That's my pronouns. They, she, it.
It's conflict marketing.
I'm just like, man, I'm seriously, I'd be going to I was somewhere and I noticed that the Starbucks had all not all Starbucks have the bathrooms that are gender neutral, but I was with one and nothing crazy happened. Oh shit. Oh wow. Wow. Former No legend Sam Coward just passed out. So whatever you do, thoughts, prayers, or whatever. He got life flighted to Orlando. Sam Coward was a big time linebacker for the Mandarin, actually. Shit. That was not great news to get. I like Sam. If you go to the old the one I sent you on, one we did on Wednesday, will be the next one up, and then go all the way down to the end. Yeah. I just see Sam too last season.
Which one? Looking for 1, 2, 3, 4. We got the AT. So much commentary surrounding Angel Reese.
Yeah, click on that. Even with the stuff with Angel Reese, and I don't like talking about losers, but people were bashing her for saying that she's getting death threats and all these things, and they're saying like, "Hey, you
can't bash somebody for that."
Right? They're like, you gotta have the same energy when you lose that you have when you win.
I see. The playing the villain and not playing the villain thing.
She was literally asked a question. Angel, if you're willing to share what was going through your mind as you heard your two teammates right here on the dials take the opportunity to stand up for you and what your journey has been like that we don't get to see. It's a very specific question. That's why it's important to not just take the sound bites and actually listen to what was asked. That girl didn't get up there and say, I got death threats. I'm sad because I lost. No, somebody asked her and then she said, this is what it's like. I played this role, but it's entertainment. Like, how many of y'all really think The Rock is a bad guy because he's playing the heel again? He's pretty solid. He seems to be like, the problem is he's too nice, it seems like. But like, and I didn't have a problem until I sat back with what Emmanuel Acho said. That's got to be on there somewhere too. And if we have it, so I don't want to like on its surface, I think he could have said what he said in a better way, but he's trying to take something to take away all of the meaningful things that actually are in that argument. It's like, take away the fact that she's a woman and take away the fact that she's black for a second. And he said the rhetoric kind of made my balls itch and my skin crawl. He was like, you want to play the villain? Okay, we got you. Say, you want to play big and bad like an adult? Then we got you. And I'm like, what does that fucking mean? Like, she is an adult. Like, what, like, he basically said, because of the entertainment value the way she provides entertainment, you should be able to judge her outside of sports like that. And I think that comes into question. That's too many. This is the reason why I think we should be. I think we should start doing like treat you that way. Like, let me whip your ass. Oh shit! Actually, we may have to go ahead and cut this short. Pause this. Mute this real quick. Hello. They passed out. Yes. All right. Well, anyways, enough of that. Am I muted? I'm muted. All right. Enough of that. Check this out. The boys play. The boys are playing now. Women's championships tomorrow. Men's championships on Monday. Make sure y'all go check that stuff out. Take care of your health. Make sure, again, perfect opportunity. Alpha Clinic online. Men, go. Stop not going. I'm not saying this is what happened to them. Go to the fucking doctor. Like, even if you don't want to go to it, this is a cool doctor. No judgment. Go check out a doctor. Check out your health. Especially some of y'all getting long in the tooth. Shout out to my boy Travis Johnson. He just posted him going to go get the two fingers in a cough. to make sure, he's a little young, but his father died. His father had prostate cancer, so he has to make sure. Oh shit, it's gonna be you, Miles. You have to be up there in a minute. Like, yeah. So, yeah. God. This is where you get is this like, do you get a female doctor for this? Because if you get a male,
definitely will.
If you get a male doctor, man, the hands are fucking huge, man.
Oh, shite. I'll fight. You gonna give me a female doctor? You're gonna be sexist out here.
Long story short, man, take care of your health, guys.
Basketball player.
Oh. So Coach Staley, when you're getting your prostate checked, what if the person identifies? That'd be the only time I'd be like, hey, man, no judgment. Maybe in surgery, I'll holler at you because you've had everything done. But I need to, where's the midgets? Where are they? I don't need that. Take your ring off, sir. But long story short, go check that out. Appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. All over damn near 300, however many people on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever it's called.
52.
Jesus.
Oh, the 286, sorry.
200, Jesus Christ. Download the fucking YouTube. Like, I'm not mad.
Fun over here.
I'm not mad at you for being over there, but goddamn,
Increase our comment community. I mean, they in here strong every day. Y'all can come join in.
Luke put something. If I have to ride a bus, can I call anyone poor? No, to be honest with you, poor is relative.
Right.
I don't like to call people that because I know a lot of rich people that are really rich. And I actually know a guy who doesn't have a car. He Ubers everywhere, but it's strategic because he lives in downtown Tampa. And so everything he needs is that. But on that note, man, you guys have a phenomenal weekend. That kind of just put a damper on my stuff. And check us out. We just had a new purchase. Shout out to Larry Williams for buying the tailgate. Make sure you check us out tomorrow, probably around 1-ish. We should be having a live Dope Boys Chop It Up with Tony Carter. But yeah, outside of that, man, appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for chopping it up with me. We'll see you guys next time.